Okay, this is how to do AutoQuiz. Basically, what you want to do is download the program. It's bibleq.org/qb. It'll be in the instruction in the description down below. You go to that page, click install. It'll download the setup.exe. Depending on your connection, it should take very long at all. Go to setup, go to where it's found, and double click and install it. I didn't license this with Microsoft, therefore it's an unknown publisher. Cost a little bit of money to do that, so I didn't pursue it. Then it'll come back and install. You go through the installation process. I believe it's going to come back one more time. Windows protected, quizbox.exe, run anyway. Then you can close all these windows and it should open. It should put an icon on your desktop, which amounts to the program. Then you'd punch in your church name, team. What I really care about is the division it's in, and then your coach name, which is in this case is me, your address, then the quizzers. I'm going to be a quizzer, wife is going to be a quizzer, son is going to be a quizzer, other son is going to be a quizzer. Then what you want to do is set up your key presses. If you're just using a keyboard, not the Grasslake box, set up your keys like Grasslake. For G1 would be digit 1, which is the representation for key of 1. Green 2 is backspace, question mark, and Z is on the other corner. You can just set the keyboard down and do all 4 corners. And basically it'll come back and mark each one of the positions for each player. Okay, then you want to load the sets. You should have already downloaded them from the email I sent you. This will be the quiz you're going to be playing with. And usually, at least I try to, is put it on my desktop so I don't lose it. Virtual 1 in this case. And it'll load the sets. Come on. It's virtual 1. He's got 4 sets. You should only quiz with your kids over these sets only once. If you want to do a practice, use some of the practice sets that I'll send along with this. You hit get everybody seated down, test your buzzers, make sure everybody can buzz in, and then hit speak.
Question number 1 for 10 points. Quotation question. Where did the universe come from? Green 1.
And then they buzz in and they represented the time. You hit correct or wrong. If they hit correct, it comes up right. If they hit wrong, it goes the other way. We're going to make it correct. And then you go to next question. Get everybody ready. Speak.
Question number 2 for 10 points. Who was Abraham's wife? Green 1.
Okay, they didn't interrupt, but they buzzed in. They get it correct. And you keep going. If it's a quotation question, just to remind you, they have to get it right word for word from the first word to the last word. The reference can be at the beginning or the end or both as far as that goes. But you go through question 20 and then you play it.
Question number 20 for 10 points. About how many interruption Green 1.
They interrupt Green 1, get it correct or wrong, go on. Basically, once you get to the end, you can hit report. You can see right here what everybody's score is. If nobody scored, they're not going to be listed here. You got your bonus points for your quiz outs, speed bonus, which you don't have to worry about because we're not doing that. And then basically the total for this is basically a total for the quizzer based on if it was competed against another team. This is the total for the quizzer regardless of how they competed with the other team. You can right click if you really want to and print it. That's purely optional. But after you get down to the last question, everybody's finalized. You hit green, go back to the first question, you hit clear. It says all scores will be deleted. Do you wish to continue? The answer is yes in this case because we want to reset for the next match. And then what you would just do is go to set 2 and keep going. Now, after you've completed all 4 matches, Then what you want to do is you want to go over here, select folder, and in the AutoQuiz folder on your desktop, which it'll create for you automatically, there's a virtual one, or it should be actually, after you complete the match, and it'll have all the matches you've done. I've done 2, as you can see. But if you click on any one of these and hit compare, it will compare to, that is, it will show you what we saved before, just like it did before as far as that goes, and the number of questions they got right and wrong. And yeah, and this wasn't the match that we did, this was, so let me bring that one up so you just see the same thing, because I did 2. After you get 1, 2, 3, and 4 done, you don't have to do them after each one. You hit that and hit email sets, and it'll say it sent it to me, which is what I want as far as that goes. And then you close this window, and that's pretty much it as far as the running for the quiz. Do you judge it naturally with everything else? They quiz out, they're out of the match. If they quiz out forward or backward, it doesn't matter. So the maximum number of questions a quizzer can answer is 6. The maximum number he can get wrong is 3. And thank you. I've got, after this video, I've got a presentation for how to plug in the box for Grasslake and how to set up the keyboard for the other. Thanks. Alright, this is how you do it with a keyboard. First you want to go to Settings, if you haven't already done it. Click on G1, say that you wanted G1 to have, you come over here and you click 1. And now if you notice it changes to D1. And if you click on the next one, let's say G2 or G2, say you're going to only hook up greens here, come over here and you can do, say, backspace. And you come over here and it says back. And come over here and it goes G3. And then you come over here and you hit question mark. And if you come over here it says OEM question mark. And let's go G4. And we're going to hit, well, we're going to leave it at Z. You just don't want to duplicate, and that's how you do that. Now when you come back here and hit save, it'll save those. And let's change this to JBQ for, oh, it is on JBQ. No, it's not. Okay, so you hit speak,
Question.
and it speaks.
Question number 1
and I
for
come over
20
here,
points. James Ford, 17.
and I press
Interruption
1.
green 1.
And because I hit 1, D1 came off, and that's right, and that's how you do the keyboard. And what you would do is set this here, have a quizzer over here, have a quizzer over here, have a quizzer over here on this side, and one maybe right here, and you can all huddle around it and play a quiz game that way. Thanks! Alright, someone suggested I needed to do this as far as how you hook up a Grasslake quiz box. That's a Grasslake quiz box. Sans all of the buzzers. It's only got 2 hooked up to green 1 and red 1. And basically what you want to do is line up your buzzers, basically plug them in that you're going to use and plug them in. And then what you want to do is take your USB cord, which is the power cord for the Grasslake box, plug it in. When you do, it'll go into the remote there, and as you saw there, pre-response valve. But as you can see right here, it says Grasslake quiz box is attached. That goes out if you unplug it, and if you've got it plugged in properly and it's connected properly, it will work. And what you do now is you just hook it up, set your quizzers in front of it, hit speak,
Question.
and it will speak.
Question number 1 for 10 points. Who was the baby that Pharaoh's daughter? Interruption red 1.
And you buzz in, and that's what it's going to do. So, and that's it as far as hooking it up. Just wanted to let you know, and that's how you do a match with the Grasslake quiz box.